Hey guys, this is Shayna from YumiYarns.com, and today I've got just a little tutorial for you on how to do bobbles. So this is the cuff of the Sip of Bobbly socks. It's one of my patterns available on Ravelry and YumiYarns.com, and it's just a simple all over twisted rib sock with this fun bobble pattern up by the cuff. They're written for both top down and toe up and available in sizes babies all the way through adults. So got lots of options there. But today we're gonna kind of zero in on the little bobbles at the top here, making a little chevron. And we'll be using Suburban Stitcher yarn. This is her curry colorway in her sock yarn. And I'm gonna get things set here so I can show you how to do the bobbles. This is part of our indie sock along. This is the January pattern. And it's just kind of a fun year-long knit along that we're doing to highlight indie dyers and some of the beautiful colorways they come up with. I mean, look at how pretty that is. And really to kind of connect knitters and dyers through sock knitting. So we're going to get started here with our bobbly socks. Oh, and if you're interested in joining the sock along for the month of January, it's only $2. February it'll be $4. March $6, and it kind of goes up by $2 each month because you get an extra pattern each month. So if you want to join us, it's a lot of fun. I'll put links to everything down below in the show notes. So for doing the bobbles are actually just worked into a single stitch, and what it is you're creating more fabric on top of that one stitch and then kind of closing off all that extra fabric so it kind of poofs out into a little bubble or bobble right above that single stitch. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get to our stitch that we want to put the bobble on, and we're going to work a knit one, yarn over, knit one. So we've got 3 stitches, yarn over, knit one, all without taking that stitch off the needle. I'm going to zoom in just a little for you because I want you to see how we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches worked into that one stitch before we take that off. See that? See how that's all one stitch right there? It's kind of distorted a little bit because of the extra stitches, but we've got them all in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all in that one stitch. Now we're going to turn our work, which is fun to do with the double points on camera. And we're going to purl, for this type of bobble at least, we're going to purl across 5. If you wanted a garter stitch bobble, you could knit these 5. But basically we're just going to purl the 5 stitches we just made. 3, 4, 5. So see? And you can kind of tell they're off on their own there because we've got all that extra there. And then we're going to turn it around so that the right side is facing us again, and straighten our yarn out. It's managed to get itself tangled. And we're going to knit these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last time we're going to purl these 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So see how we're kind of making our own little mini bit of fabric on top of that one stitch? That's what we want to be doing. So we're going to turn it back around again. You can kind of see how we've got stockinette fabric building up on top of that stitch. That's what we want. So now we're going to do the fun part where we close up the bobble. So we're going to slip 3 stitches as if we were knitting them together. So sometimes it can get a little tight. So pretend you're going to knit those 3 together and just slip them all off. And we're going to knit these 2 together. And then we're going to take the 3 that we slipped. Go. Oops. If they will cooperate. There we go. All 3 of them. And slip them over the one we just knit. See how that kind of closes up our little bobble, and now we're back to 1 stitch. So we can go back to our patterning. Sorry about my finger there. And we've got same stitch count that we'd started with a nice little bobble. All right, and if you know how to knit backwards, that's even more helpful, because then you don't have to turn your work quite as often, but that will probably be a different tutorial. For now, enjoy making your bobbles. Like I said, join us in the Indie Sock Along if you're interested. It's a lot of fun. And I will see you guys soon. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and do all the things. Thank you. You have a great day. Happy knitting.